The clip starts with Levan walking to a car, all his titles and accolades showcased on the back of his t-shirt. Then he grabs a rope and pulls the daylight out of that thing. I think this is where they are supposed to board the registration plate. Anyway, that thing is a Volkswagen Tiguan All-Space. Nothing out by, but it's good for dead weight. The internet says this car weighs 1780 kg, 1780 kilograms for Levan's right arm to roll. And he's doing a fine job of that, giving us the index finger all the while. So if we want to calculate how much horsepower Levan can generate, we must first define horsepower. It is calculated through the power needed to move 550 pounds 1 foot in 1 second. So let's see if this will work. Levan moves a 3,924 pound car. I think we can say he moved it 1 foot in 1 second. It's almost too convenient to say that, but I think it checks out. Now we need to divide 3,500 pounds by the nominal 550, which are needed to define 1 unit of horsepower. And we've got 7.1 units of horsepower under Levan's name. Since I suck at math big time, I decided to go another way. But first, real quick, we know Levan can do this. And the internet says that the force required to crush a human skull is much greater than the force required to crush a watermelon. That doesn't mean Levan can't do it. It just means that him crushing a watermelon isn't an indication he can do it. Now on to calculating the force Levan can generate. I was taken aback by the idea of second squared. It just sounds strange, but after hearing this guy explain it, I gathered this dimension is used to describe acceleration. And after a few more cheesy tutorials, I came up with this equation. I'm assuming based on what I saw that Levan can accelerate the 1780 kg car 0.3 meters per second every second. If he can keep up, of course, haha, which puts him at 535 newtons. To calculate the Newton meter force, I assume that the distance from his elbow to the palm of his hand is 0.45 meters or 45 centimeters. If all this is correct, Levan's right arm can generate 240 Newton meters. This is also known as the torque of a car's engine. And now we just need to decide how fast can Levan curl or perform one iteration to fill in the RPM, revolutions per minute or rotations per minute. Again, based on the video of Levan pulling that car, I would say he can exert that force once every half a second for at least a few seconds. That is 120 times per minute. And if all those assumptions are correct, which I doubt, Levan can generate 4 units of horsepower. I wonder what math mask